think he's taking out Oliver and just looking to win overtime with some sort of burst and be able to pick up his team and heal with the Praha and the Molly.
Yeah, because we've seen Cadiz pop off in yesterday's tournament. Cadiz can be very, very surprised with how much damage that he can bring, and we've seen builds where it's either triple revenge or maybe just violent revenge, so it could be a lot of things coming out of Big V here.
And I think Madreamd might be scared of the Molly here. There we go. It's the Molly and the Oliver, because the Molly presents the most volatility in this matchup, and of course the Oliver has to be taken out, especially when you present a Praha last pick here. I do like Big V's draft a little bit more because Madreamd doesn't really have a ton of burst, but it'll depend if that Nana is able to get some defense breaks off and give Madreamd a window of opportunity.
We'll see what happens as we get into the first match between Big V and Madreamd. yuensw going to be kicking us off with first turn here.
Yeah, yuensw's going to open up. That's a lot of damage, but unfortunately did not get that strip.
Yeah, no strips coming out there at all. Maybe he's going to try and take advantage of that branding effect that is sitting on top of that Juno to pummel in the damage, and I think he is going to be doing that exactly.
Yeah, Madreamd here really needs to land a defense break from that Nana and hopefully get some stuns next, because this is going to be a lot of damage that's coming onto this Juno. This Masha's going to hurt quite a bit here.
Shizuka laying that skill 2 back onto yuensw to get that skill 2 up on yuensw. We've got bombs potentially coming out here with the Gianna as well. He could go for a strip and remove that soul protection top of the Gianna. Just not a ton of value in doing so.
Yeah, and we see that Cadiz has revenge twice, so this might be a triple revenge build that we see out the Asia circuit a lot of times. So this Cadiz is going to be really annoying for Madreamd to deal with over time.
Yeah, most definitely. Now, we do have a lot of negative effects sitting on top of the Juno. It is sleeping right now, so he's going to go and try and pummel him the damage there. Masha should be there to finish off that Juno.
Wow, and that's a huge proc from that Gianna. Goes and takes out that Juno.
Yeah, big violent proc right there from the Gianna, able to cycle in all that additional damage with the first skill. Charge Vitality's up and will not be interesting enough. It will be used on itself.
Yeah, and he uses on himself, wants to do some damage and strip that Masha there. Interesting that he did not go after the Praha and maybe do some damage, but clearly Madreamd's yuensw might not do enough. Big V's in a really good spot here, has 4 units to 3 here, and just got a massive proc on that Praha.
Yeah, really good proc right there. He's going to take advantage of his branding effects here. Also laying him down, getting more dots. Gianna with another additional turn, pummeling in that first skill damage on top of the yuensw. yuensw not having charge vitality up here to able to heal itself up. No more orbs sitting on top of the Nana either.
Yeah, and that's 2 procs that we've seen from Gianna. That's so many revenges coming out from this Cadiz here. So Big V really getting some decent RNG here. Lots of control coming out from Big V's side. 2 dots on the yuensw. I don't see a way for Madreamd to take this one.
Yeah, landing that strip as well, removing that soul protection off of yuensw. yuensw is going to get removed from the field, using first skill to cycle a little bit of attack bar and kill that yuensw. Definitely going to be it for Madreamd here. Madreamd is going to take his time, understanding he needs to get into match 2 and rethink his strategy.
Yeah, it definitely does need to do that. I mean, Big V looking so good. Those LD units just so powerful here. Madreamd losing the Nana there. Only has Shizuka. Should take his time to think about how he wants to draft in the next game.
That is correct. Big V!
Also gives him attack buffs, which is going to enable that Dark Onimusha.
Yeah, we'll see if that's going to be enough here for Madreamd. Bans are going to be coming out shortly. We have...
Gotta take out that Ragdoll. You're gonna need to take out that Ragdoll if your Joe Gun's your last pick. I think Madreamd ran out of time with that last pick there, is why the timer looks like this. If this is the pick that comes out, you have to take out that Ragdoll. So that's exactly what it does there. Changpeng goes out there. So Madreamd is gonna have an opening with a yuensw. He's gonna need to do enough damage with this Dark Onimusha to give him a lead off the bat.
Well, HP leads for both players here. Is it gonna be enough to find out if Big V is gonna take this victory? Madreamd is gonna go 1-1. Blade Fan comes out with yuensw, does not land true.
Does not land, has not landed in the previous game, and does not land right now. And that Joe Gun also missing 2 critical strips.
Oof, no strip happening on this Shizuka as well. Going with the big AoE damage from this Dark Onimusha. Not getting a dismount though on the Masha. Masha with the defense break available here. Going to pummel the damage and does land that defense break.
Does land that defense break, and I think Big V's going to get a lot of momentum here, especially with that speed buff. That Masha's going to do a lot of damage on the backswing. That Dark Onimusha just not doing enough damage, and Big V's going to be in a good spot.
And not even landing a sleep onto Juno, and the Juno would be able to heal up that Dark Onimusha, but Masha's going to continue to put the damage into that Dark Onimusha. Juno trying to cycle a little bit of attack bar. Looks like the dismount is what Madreamd has in mind. We do have a 3rd skill. He can use that to keep players down, but he chooses to go for skill 2 onto the Praha.
Yeah, I think Big V is going to take out this Dark Onimusha really soon. This Dark Onimusha just got a massive proc though. Might dismount that Masha, but does not do so.
Yeah, big proc right there. Diana might be the what's in store for Big V. Can he get rid of the Dark Onimusha with it? I believe so. Lots of damage coming through, transforming back into the unicorn form. No stun coming out onto yuensw.
Wow, so much aggression coming out from Big V. Taking out the Dark Onimusha. Dark Onimusha definitely a weak unit in this matchup. Did not kill anything. Basically didn't do anything at all here. So the yuensw is going to be able to boost around, but there is no burst damage on Madreamd's side right now. So looking a little tough for Madreamd to be able to claw his way back in.
Yeah, most definitely. Charge Vitality coming out. Get that heal onto yuensw. Looking for some Despair Stones. Potentially just going to be tunneling it into this Diana here.
Yeah, I might just be sitting on this Diana. Do not want to give it enough. Does not want to give it attack bar. But again, you do need to take care of that Masha, because that Masha, when dismounted, hurts a lot. So that's exactly what Madreamd is going for. But Big V just has so much resilience on his team and so much damage. It's, the quick button could be pressed at any moment.
Yeah, most definitely. Now, there's a lot of things being applied to the field right now, but he does wake up the Juno, so that's just one less debuff that's going to be healed here. Masha destroys that Juno.
Yeah, Masha destroys that Juno, destroys that Yuanhong. Where's that quit button? It's over.
And Big V taking round.
Expecting.
Yeah, definitely a very interesting draft here. Big V with the big victory in his sights. Speed leads coming out. Big V trying to get that victory here. Here we go, guys. Madreamd, Big V, round 3.
Yeah, and this is just going to come down to that Yuanhong not stripping again 3 times in a row. That Yuanhong has not stripped a single time.
Yep, what a terrible unit. Yuanhong not able to get any value here.
Yeah, I really think that Yuanhong does need a buff. It does need a strip on skill 2 and lower cooltime on skill 3, and give it a speed leader skill would be a great addition to Yuanhong's kit here. And I see that Big V is starting to abuse this Oliver. That's going to be his path to victory here. But Dream D is going to need to snipe out this Oliver at some point and balance around this Abuelio.
Well, there's that soul protection going out and bringing the cooldowns down on top of that Oliver. Big V trying to finish off the Yuanhong, possibly getting the resets here. Masha looking to apply some big damage defense, but is going to proc the passive of the Abuelio.
And that's an absolutely massive miss of the strip from the Juno earlier. Makes it so that Masha is not able to permanently remove that Oliver from the field. So Big V's able to pick up that Oliver with the heals from the Abuelio.
Is Provoke sitting on top of the Masha, on top of the Yuanhong here. And the Despair Stuns coming out from Nana. No Despair Stuns, but 2 orbs sitting on top of Nana.
Yeah, and that's a massive proc from that Praha. It's going to allow Big V to continually pummel damage into Madreamd here. There are 2 orbs up on Madreamd's side, but that might not be enough to allow him to stay in the game here. There's going to be a lot of damage, a lot of resilience coming out from Big V as he tunnels into this Yuanhong.
And here comes the Oliver, taking one of those orbs away, taking down the Yuanhong. Yuanhong does get revived here. We have Oliver with an additional turn coming up. Not able to do anything. Just going to come down to the runing and the scatting here. We see the Oliver taking 1.6k damage per hit, so this Juno not doing as much as it could here. But again, we're going to see this Yuanhong go down at some point soon. It's going to be this Yuanhong versus Oliver. Which unit dies first is going to dictate the flow of the match. Yeah, Praha healing up the team of Abundance here. And we've got Sleeping. We have a Juno and a Yuanhong. You may choose to wake up that Juno just to stop any healing towards the Yuanhong.
Yeah, to tell you how difficult it is to get through this team here, we have a Shizuka that's going to be able to refresh cooldowns, and we have a Abuelio and Praha full team heals. So Big V has all of that resilience going for him, and Madreamd needs to keep this Yuanhong alive here and only has 1 orb left on that Nana.
Well, Masha's trying to get another orb here, trying to take down that Oliver. There's no more sustain, I believe. All skills are on cooldown here to get Oliver back up to health.
Yeah, but again, actually, this Oliver might be going down. There is no heals going on. That Oliver does go down, and Nana now has 2 stacks.
Yeah, Nana's got 2 stacks. Looking really good for Madreamd now. He's able to keep his Yuanhong alive with those 2 orbs there. And we're going to see Big V try to take away those orbs as soon as possible. Yuanhong does come back here. Yuanhong does get stunned here as well.
Yuanhong, that is a massive stun on the Yuanhong. That's also a massive stun on the Shizuka, but the Shizuka's able to proc out of it and does have skill 2 up coming next turn.
A lot of damage coming out of that Masha onto the Shizuka. Only Provoke is going to be landing on top of the Nana there. We're going to see a first skill to take out the Yuanhong once again. No additional turn with no skills up on top of Yuanhong.
Yeah, and Big B being very, very judicious with the use of his heals here. Needs to keep a heal available to pick up his team because that is a lot of burst that can come out from that Masha if it's able to land a defense break. So Madreamd needs to get lucky and take out a unit and give Nana another stack because he's about to lose his Yuanhong.
Yeah, Yuanhong has no charge vitality coming out anytime soon. We have a 3rd skill that is available. He does choose to do it, so Yuanhong will be able to get... Yuanhong's not going to get any sustain here because the sleep does not land on top of the Juno.
Yeah, Yuanhong is going to be going down here, so we're going to have 3 units of 3 here, and Madreamd has 2 fire units versus 3 water units of Big V, so Big V is going to be in a pretty good spot here. Madreamd needs to land this defense break.
Oh, he doesn't get the defense break, but there's no heal available on top of Abuelio. Nice little stun going out onto the Nana. We do have skills available on top of Shizuka. He might just go with skill 2 on himself to get that soul protection up with cooldowns as well. Additional turn's going to be popping up.
Not sure if he wants to use that, if that Juno has strip available, but we saw earlier that Masha doing a double crit on water, so maybe you don't need to land defense break, you just need to crit 2 times. That's going to be a massive strip coming up if the Juno's able to land it.
Big strip right there, getting a ton of value out of that Juno. Masha dropped the Shizuka. Additional turns are going to be popping up here. An orb is back on top of the Nana. Nana being the unit of focus for Big V.
So much damage coming out from Madreamd landing defense break. So many crits coming out. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of crits coming out of this Juno. No matter what, the elements here, he is getting the crits that he needs to deal this damage. Madreamd with a great response here.
And there we go. Madreamd is going to be able to take a match.
A very exciting draft here in our round 4 between Madreamd and Big V.
Yeah, and the X factor here really might be the Destiny. As much as I'd like to see the Destiny, I think it might be the right pick, right ban, because it just does so much damage off the bat. So I think the crowd wants to see the Destiny, but I think that's the correct ban from Big V. Because if you let Yuanhong pop off, he might not be able to kill something off the bat. But if you give him the Destiny, yeah, there we go. We're not going to see the Destiny, unfortunately. So as much as we wanted to see it, we're denied that pick there. So unfortunate, but still a lot of exciting units in here. We have a lot of damage coming out from both sides.
We all want to see that Destiny, but it might not be Madreamd's Destiny in this round. Here we go. Yuanhong's going to be kicking off the Blade Fan, looking for a strip at least 1 game.
And this Yuanhong is broken here. Definitely needs a buff because it's missed strip 4 times in a row here. So unfortunate here. And right away, that Beast Rider is dismounted.
Right away, it is dismounted. We have the defense break up for this Masha, looking to get some value for Big V. He's able to land that defense break. He does land on the Dark Onimusha. Third scale is available. Will receive a heal on top of the Juno if he chooses to go for it.
Yeah, that's a lot of value that this third skill is going to bring. It's going to allow MaDreamD to get stunned up here, and Big V's going to have a lot of momentum going his way and take out this Dark Onimusha.
Oh, beautiful additional turn. He's going to take a Dark Onimusha down, even though the Narsha has been dismounted. It is going to help Big V get the edge on top of MaDreamD.
Yeah, Big V should really think about taking out that Dark Onimusha because Juno is going to be able to heal it here, and if he doesn't, that Dark Onimusha is going to do a lot of damage. So this Dark Onimusha needs to go down on this shot here.
Oh, he's so lucky he got the additional turns here to drop that unit.
Oh yeah, the Dark Onimusha has a passive which allows it to stay alive here. So Big V is going to be taking a lot of damage on the backswing when Dark Onimusha wakes up here. But it has a dot, so it goes down there anyways. So Big V does pummel in a lot of damage with the Masha there. And Big V's just looking so good here. I mean, this Juno here is going to do a lot of damage, but Chungpung's going to need a couple procs.
Most definitely. Well, Chungpung going to try and do his best to hold on, to keep MaDreamD in this match, but it's looking very, very good for Big V right now. He does have the dismounted Masha, but Masha can still apply so much damage.
Yeah, it does have a big glancing up on it, which may protect MaDreamD a bit here. MaDreamD's going to need to proc a couple times on that Chungpung to come back. That Juno's also going to need to work overtime if he wants a chance to come back.
Let's see what kind of damage we're going to see. Is it glancing sitting on top of the Masha? Masha may not even Masha crits through glance either way.
And MaDreamD's taking his time here, knows he needs this proc, does not get the proc unfortunately, so we're going to see that Chungpung is going to drop here, and we're going to need a Juno solo.
We are going to need a Juno solo and feel like it's just not going to happen here. Brings back the Narsha. Narsha removes that unit from the field. It's just a lonely Juno. And in a match between Juno and Praha, can't help but favor that Praha.
Can't help but favor that Praha, and you also have a Shizuka that's going to be able to control attack bars a little bit and has skills up, so that Juno is going to need a Despair Stun every single time if he wants a chance to win.
It is possible. We have seen moments like that before. But we'll see if that happens here. He goes with the revive, back onto the Masha. Masha gets the defense break, doesn't finish off that Juno just yet. Another Despair Stun's coming out here. Just a little first skill to do some damage to that Juno. Juno with no Despair Stun there. And there you have it, Big V taking down MaDreamD.